welcome. Of course, it's not going to let me use it in the other way. Of course. So sorry, guys. Hang on 1 second. My son ran my cell phone down to 0, and sadly, I'm trying to charge it up and it's not working. Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Freak Show. I am so glad to have everybody here. Thank you so much for coming. And basically, we're going to talk American Horror Story. Hey, Adam, it is so great to have you. Thank you all so much for being here. Hang on 1 second. Let me type this up so that way I can get the comments. So I apologize that this is taking just a little bit of time. My setup normally is different, and sadly, my light broke aside from my audio. So, okay, here we go, guys. She Diaries, so great to have you. What's my favorite scary movie? The one about the YouTuber who writes scary stories. So, okay. There we go. Okay. Jesse is asking if AHS Double Feature did suck that badly. And yes. Yes, it did. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm having so many technical difficulties today. Please excuse me. Okay, so yeah, it's really bad. However, the first half of the season really wasn't so terrible. So, I mean, we're definitely going to talk about that here. All right. Your Zach, that guy says, I was going to say Bambi. Right? Okay. So my favorite scary movie has to be classic, like The Exorcist. Absolutely something classic. Though I do like classic things such as like Rosemary's Baby, the Nightmare on Elm Street movies, that kind of stuff. Halloween, all that. So I absolutely love those scary movies. On Halloween, though, I watched, The Evil Dead, the Amityville Horror. Right now, right before this live stream, I was watching the Amityville 3D, and like Candyman and all that. Oh, Mark, thank you so much for your super chat. I wish now I was actually on my my StreamYard, because that way I could actually highlight that Mark English is so badass and gave a super chat. Thank you, Mark. Mark is asking, can American Horror Story Season 10 can be a fake in search of that turns real? Right? Something that's fake in search of something that actually turns real. I hope that they listen to the fans here and they realize that they had a year and a half to actually put together AHS Season 10. And when you've had that long and that much of time, yeah, some of us definitely were disappointed. So let's talk about the things that we definitely liked from this season before we start hanging out on things that we did not like. I have to say that if the first 5 episodes of this season were just a tiny bit tweaked, and if they had a better season finale, I mean, it absolutely would have been fantastic. But sadly, I don't. And you can't give me that, COVID crap to say that that's why things didn't really work out so well. Okay, that's a great reason why we didn't get very many pails. That's a really great excuse of why we didn't get certain things this season. But at one point, you have to say to yourself, either go big or go home. And if Blaze, thank you so much for the super chat. Blaze, you are so sweet. Thank you very much. You absolutely have to go big or go home. And when you have, okay, my second novel, when I wrote it, it was actually something different. It wasn't Resurrection. It was called The Daughter of Delengrad, and it was a yucky romance novel that I don't know how the hell it turned into that. It went from scary to romance. And I looked at it and I thought to myself, this is fucking insane. I have got to just I've got to fix this. There's no way I can just actually let this be and put it out in print this way. No way. No way. So I did what a lot of people don't do. And I actually deleted the entire book. That was probably about 150,000 word document. So that was about a good, like, 150 pages, maybe. That was a whole novel. And I was just flabbergasted when I read it. And I thought, this is just shit. Deleted the entire thing. It's very rare that I will go back and delete my own work. But when it's crap and I know it's crap, it's just better to throw it away. If it's something that can just be tweaked simply and made to get better, absolutely. Absolutely. I will never delete it. I will keep it and I will keep going. But yeah, I totally deleted the entire book. And when they came to the finale of freaking Double Feature of Red Tide, that's when they should have said, ooh, okay, our finale. Either we need to throw it out completely and start from scratch regarding the finale, or we just need to go back to the drawing board on the entire season. And I just wish that they would have done one of that. Happy birthday, Blair. I do see, I think it is your birthday in the comments. So happy birthday to you. I'm so glad you're here, especially you're here with me on your birthday. Wow, that's awesome. Okay, so like I said, there's just comes a point where I wish that the writers would have looked at what they had and thought, "Oh my God, this really just isn't good. This isn't good enough for the season that we wrote." Because I'm not gonna lie, even episode 5 really got me. It was such a great it was such a great, dark, and disturbing ending to certain characters, and it was very poetic. I really enjoyed it. I just thought we were going to get certain answers to certain questions and a wrap up on the characters because that's what we're supposed to get when it happens at the season finale. But no, we got more questions than answers, nothing really wrapped, and I mean, it was decent. I'll have to say, I definitely liked the I think now that I watch them over again, I think I can definitely say that I liked the Red Tide finale better than I do Death Valley. But they were both pretty darn bad. And if you're gonna throw two seasons into one, you better actually have a great ending. And for me, I don't know about y'all out there that are actually writers. That's what I do. I don't start on the first page. I don't start at chapter 1 or a prologue. I write the ending first. I am just one of those people where I have to have. I'm sorry, this light is just so terrible. Right here, I'm gonna fix it. Oh wow, now it looks like I'm a ghost. Hang on one second, guys. I'm just gonna fix my light. It kind of makes me look freaky like a ghost. So, okay, so they just had you just can't use the excuse that this COVID. They had so much time to look over and over and read over and over this manuscript to say, okay, this is really no good. This is really no good, and I think we should start over from the drawing board. Cooksey Cooksey says hello, everybody, and I think that he actually agrees with me. That's why he's come over to say hello. He's like, that was bad, Mom. That was just a bad ending. I saw your reaction. It was bad. Excuse me. Now, I know I'm not the only person who felt that AHS Double Feature ended terribly. I know there's a lot of you out there who really liked it, and I'm glad you did. I'm so glad for the people that walked away happy the finale rather than us who were like, ugh. Because I rather would have been happy. You guys don't understand, too. That's what I wanted. I wanted a finale with low expectations. I went in with completely small little expectations. It was just it was so below that. I mean, like I said, I haven't been that disappointed since the season 6 finale of The Walking Dead. That was just awful. I'm so glad, though, of all of you who definitely liked it. And those of you who commiserated with me when we talked about how much we didn't like it. So I apologize, guys. I have a little boo boo right here on my lip. So um, don't think it's like some kind of a makeup thing. That's also why I'm trying to keep my face turned away because I'm having a little lip malfunction. But Jesse says, I kind of liked Leslie Grossman's look, though LOL low key, she looked good. She did. In the second half, though, in Death Valley, she was high key with that awful wig. I mean, seriously, I really wish that they wouldn't have put her in that awful wig. She looks terrible in that. Felix Sanfelice says AHS strength. Oh, sorry. Kind of whatever. AHS strength for me is rewatchability. Season 10 lacks that, total failure. You know, I have to agree with Felix right here at this point. AHS for me. Oh, Cooksy, baby, come on, sit down. Come on, sit down, baby. Sit down. Sit down. There you go. Sorry. AHS, in order to be a good season, has to be rewatchable. I completely agree. And for me, that's what makes seasons such as Game of Thrones, except the final episode, except the final season, you know, like Golden Girls, Ash versus Evil Dead, um, 6 Feet Under, True Blood. I mean, just I can go back and I can rewatch all of those seasons from start to the end and be satisfied with what I saw. But this season, I can't say that. Even I've gone back many times and watched many different seasons. You know, of course, Murder House, Asylum, 1984, and Freak Show. And that's how I kind of go back to get a understanding of the seasons. And there's no way I would absolutely go back to rewatch season 10 for anything other than just the first 5 episodes. I would literally, Cooksy, come on, baby. I'm just gonna have to ignore him for a moment. Sorry, he's going to take my hand every time. Cooksy, mommy's trying to look at comments.
Cookie, stop.
Ray Ray, it's okay. Don't worry.
Okay, just making sure.
Sorry guys, I can't go. Oh, Cookie. Oh, thank you, Ray. Um, we couldn't, or why couldn't we get the AHS feeling from 1 through 5 back? I agree, Jesse. I have no idea why they couldn't. Why did they feel the need to end it the way that they did? And I want to know genuinely from you guys in the comments. We've had many times now to go back and rewatch the seasons, and I have gone back to rewatch AHS. As a matter of fact, my husband is ready to cancel Hulu, but I keep telling him, please don't do that because I'm trying to go back and rewatch the episodes and just try to see if maybe there's something I skipped. Maybe there's something I totally missed. I mean, guys, one day I was just really tired. I was overwhelmed from the day before, and I just thought, I'm going to binge on something for the day while the kids are gone. I'm just for a couple of hours. And I thought to myself, why don't I binge on AHS 1994? And then I realized, no, I'll watch season 10 again. So I pulled it up, and for the next few days, I binged it, and I still thought to myself, it's terrible. Oh my God, it's just so terrible. Like, why bring in Amelia Earhart? You know, why the lizard people? I'm glad that they did some of the things that they did. However, if it would have been in more than 4 episodes, it would have been much better, in my opinion. Because in my honest, humble opinion, I think season 10 would have been much better if they would have did 6 episodes of Red Tide and 6 episodes of Death Valley, or just a season of Red Tide and then season 11 is Death Valley. They should have done something like that regarding the season, in my opinion, in my humble opinion. Like I said, it's really hard to tell a story so fast and to make you care about characters. I know a lot of you out there, you guys know that I am an author. You've read many of my horror shorts. I know you guys also like the way I say horror because it sounds like I say whore. So that's just me and my enunciation. But excuse me. I have written like 200 word short horror stories. I've written 3,000 word short horror stories, and I've written up to, 300,000 word short horror stories. So, and the variations, literally from one sentence to a full novel for horror stuff. It's hard to it's hard to write anything. The shorter it is, you need more time to expand things, to expand your characters and their development. And the best writers, in my opinion, are like Ryan and Brad. It only takes them just a few episodes of the season to show you how great these people are and you care about these characters. Because I'm not going to lie, guys, I absolutely cared about Doris, Alma, and Harry, and Ursula, and I really cared about Karen. I wanted to know more about Belle and Austin, and I really enjoyed Mickey's character. So there was, in my opinion, oh, and Lark. We never really even got anything of Lark, but what we did get, I really liked. So in those 5 episodes, Ryan, Brad, Manny, and the rest of the writers made us love and care about these people. Half of them didn't even deserve our love, but the others sure did. They had a story to tell, and it was a great story. I just like I said, I really wish that they would have given more time because this season, in my opinion, had the potential to outdo Asylum. And if they would have done it right, it would have outranked Asylum, in my opinion. But I'm glad that the aliens now has been addressed, sort of like Murder House. Now that the fans who have been begging for Tate and Violet and more Murder House, Murder House, Murder House, they've gotten their fill. And people who are asking for the aliens, hopefully now they've gotten their fill. I am a little disappointed that we did not get a connection to Asylum. I know EJ had told me that he was really happy that he didn't get a connection. And there are many of you out there who are split in the idea that it was a good thing that we didn't get a connection, and it wasn't a good thing that we didn't get a connection. So, in my opinion, I did want a little bit of a connection. I wanted something to connect Asylum to this season. Something maybe to connect it to another season. It doesn't matter because that's what the purpose of the show is. I saw somebody in the comments arguing about that's not how American Horror Story works, with the connections. And I thought to myself, they obviously haven't seen American Horror Story because that's really all it's about is connections. Is connecting one scene to another, or is connecting one season, excuse me, to another. And it wasn't until Ryan and Brad actually started putting it into the heads of their fans that seasons were going to connect. Did anybody ever think that they did? I mean, nobody before season 5 ever thought that the seasons connected. We always thought they were individual seasons that stood alone to represent a controversial topic. But it wasn't until Roanoke came out that they all started to kind of start touching each other in appropriate ways. In my opinion, Roanoke touched on Asylum in an appropriate way because we got Lana Winters. So I was really happy about that connection. And I'm probably Dead Pop Star. It is so great to have you. Zach, that guy, as usual, White Bear Productions. Thank you so much, Mike Gadney. You guys are the best for being here. BRT, I love you guys so much. Thank you all so much for being here. I just want to know your opinions about that, guys. Just let me know in the comments what you think about that. Um, and yeah, and the wasted talent, it's just I'm really surprised we only got Billy Lord for 2 episodes. I get the reason why they kept her so low. She had just had a baby. She's recovering from the death of her mother and grandmother still, and she just has a life that she needs to take care of. Okay, so I totally get that. But that was a waste. They shouldn't have wasted their time and energy introducing a character that didn't make any sense. Like I said, I really think that this season had the best potential to outdo Asylum. And when it didn't, it just really disappointed me. It was just started out so strong. And like I said, I really want to know about what you guys think and the whole connecting the seasons. Mason, so glad you could make it as well. You are so sweet. I really just, like I said, it was just useless to argue with somebody who didn't understand what you were trying to say. But it's Ryan and Brad who started the whole connecting other seasons. For us, it was never there before season 6. We were just, like I said, all taking these seasons for something different and for what they were at face value. And then all of a sudden, season 6 comes along, and we're all trying to connect the dots everywhere. And if you guys do realize, that is when a lot of my theory videos start, is in season 6 in Roanoke. And it's not because that's whenever I really got heavily into theories. No, it was simply because AHS gave us great information to make into theories. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, Colt and Roanoke were really good in my opinion, and they deserved. I know I love you too. And they deserved theory videos. Guys, don't forget, if you are enjoying the live stream, don't forget to thumb it up. I would greatly appreciate it. It will take me out of the nothing that YouTube has placed me in. And it absolutely helps with my algorithms. Thank you so much. Blaze says, I think Ryan has so much stuff going on. Yeah, exactly. Um, let's see. Okay. Now Mason says we need your ranking of all the seasons. I will definitely do that soon. Zach, that guy, thank you so much for the super chat. Very much. Zach says Ryan should take a page from Mary's books and write the ending for the next time. First, the next time. Yes, like I said, that's how I always do my books. I always write the ending because the ending has to be, in my opinion, it's what gets everybody. And I understand a lot of people don't like Stephen King's endings and they don't like certain other book endings, but for me, the ending is just as important as the opening. And if it's not as great as the opening, then there's just no point in writing the book. So, like I said, that's why I write my endings first. And I definitely think that Ryan should try that now. Write a badass apocalyptic ending, one that blows people's minds away, and then go back and write all the events that lead up to it. So, yeah, and I see that you guys are absolutely waiting for Ratchet season 2. Ryan is just really busy, and so my critique and my criticism on AHS is not in regards to saying Ryan sucks. God, no. I would never be even following the show in the first place if I was not absolutely in love with Ryan Murphy. And I absolutely agree, Adam. I hope Ryan brings back Scream Queens. And as far as I know, I think they just need somebody to write it. And if they ever need somebody to write it, I'll totally do it. I would love to help them write Scream Queens. Okay, so let's take some comments. Jesse says we need an AHS reboot and Ryan needs to sell the rights to someone who can write better seasons. Well, it's just Ryan should honestly just take some time off and go somewhere for 3 months and write a killer opening, middle, and ending for a season, and then let the rest of the writers fill it all in with his ideas. Because, in my opinion, Ryan and Brad do great together and separately. So, if Ryan and Brad want to absolutely do the writing together, yes, yes, absolutely. I know they love to do the opening and the finales, 100%. And then they let a lot of the writers do the middle section. And that's usually great. That usually works out, but they're not really doing that now. And I did notice actually that Ryan and Brad wrote, I think, a couple of the finales. I don't know if they wrote 2 of them or 1 of them. But yeah, they definitely wrote 1984's finale, and I believe they wrote this season, season 10's double finale with others though. And guys, it just needs to be as strong as the opening. And it seems right here that AHS has a great strength in opening. but they can't seem to finish it. And it kind of seems like they have like the Stephen King problem, great strength, great characters, great relation, great story develop, great character development. But they just can't seem to land it all home. Of course, then again, I like the endings to Stephen King's books. I know a lot of you are like, really? But yeah, I mean, maybe not all of them, but I definitely wouldn't say that I'm one of those people who bitch about Stephen King and his endings. I would say I'm one of the people who bitch about the fact that she can't get her hands on Stephen King's book fast enough. And that his earlier stuff is better than his later stuff. His new editors, they really restrict him. And in his other books, his early writing, he really just chats, 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 chats. He talks. He is a talker. He is so much of a talker that you really associate yourself with the characters that he's trying to build for you. And that's what I love about King. I don't really care too much about the ending because it's so that he's built up such a strong character and such a strong storyline that, yeah, I'll accept it. So, absolutely. Um, I completely agree with you guys, about that. The Christmas short story horror movie with Joan Collins was better than this season, says Mark English. And total waste, says Dead Pop Star. They be wasting their budget, says Elisa Morgana. Right? Absolutely. Um, let's see. Zach, that guy says, I would love to see a Scream Queens season 3 as long as Dean Munch isn't too busy filming Halloween Ends for next year. Really quickly, guys, we only have just a few more minutes of the live stream because my phone battery is running extremely low. And I do have to start putting kids to bed soon. But I do want to say I saw Halloween Kills. Did you guys get a chance to see it? And I don't want to spoil anything for you guys. So don't worry. I am absolutely not going to spoil it for you. But I just want to know, for those of you who saw it, what would you rate it? Okay. My husband said that he rated it meh, probably like an in between. I liked it. I'm actually gonna probably watch it again tonight. I really enjoyed it. Then again, I always liked Danny McBride, and I really liked Judy Greer as well, and I really freaking love Jamie Lee Curtis, and of course the daughter that plays Karen's daughter. I thought it was so funny too. The Lori's daughter's name was Karen, and she acted like such a Karen too in the hospital scenes. It was so great. So if you guys have not seen Halloween Kills, go check it out. You can just order Peacock for just $5 a month, and then that's it. It's just $5 to see all of their movies and shows and all that stuff. So it was just $5 for me to see Halloween Kills, and it's a monthly service. So let's see. Dead Popstar loves the Halloween franchise the best. I do have to say, I really do like it. It's actually, I'm really glad that they have continued the Halloween franchise. I want them to continue the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise, but just not with that crappy reboot that they made. That was stupid. And nobody likes storylines with child molestation, okay? Nobody does. And I really like the fact that Wes Craven just had Freddy as a child murderer, but the reboot made him as a huge PEDO. And I just don't know about you guys, but I don't like those types of movies. And I'm just really glad that, you know, that movie hasn't actually come back. No, I have not seen the new Chucky TV series just yet, Jesse. I do want to though because EJ Marino is doing a review of them. My hair, I'm so sorry, is going crazy. I have a new conditioner, so it's making my hair like funky and crap. Um, EJ is actually doing reviews of the Chucky series, so I'm really excited to go and watch his reviews once I've caught up with the Chucky show. Arnie is not a fan of Halloween 2021. Okay, I gotcha. I agree. I do. Oh, thank you so much to my moderators. Enigma Tess, I want a badass Texas Chainsaw Massacre as well. I do have to say, when I was a kid, I saw the first one and the second one and the third one. So, um, I'm not too much of a Texas Chainsaw Massacre girl. I'm more of a Halloween girl. Um, but I do hope that they bring certain franchises back. They certainly do deserve it. I was making up a season AHS neighborhood, says La Vida Random de Christian. The thought that we were gonna be shock the apocalypse ending, but we already saw that on AHS stories. Blaze asks, what would you write for Scream Queen season 3? That's a good question. I will absolutely answer that, Blaze. I'll tell you what. I know you guys know that I wrote a season for AHS and I was going to turn it into a video, but I just honestly got too busy and never got a chance to do it. I was also working on a joke video, like a parody. So that one is actually coming out soon as well. However, I have a brand new book coming out in 4 months. So I am 3 months actually. My God, it's 3 months already. I'm just not ready yet, guys. Every time I have a book coming out, I always panic because I always think it's not ready. But the book is ready. I mean, it's been ready. It's been sitting here on my, in my computer for so long, and I've re-edited it and re-edited it and re-edited it, and it's time. It's actually time to put it out. So yeah, I'm just going through final edits and doing the book jacket and all that stuff, and then it'll be out on February 2nd. So I am going to be still doing AHS theory videos, breakdowns, and all that stuff. And but again, I have a new book coming out February 2nd, and it's really important to me, so I will definitely be busy doing that as well, and I'll keep you guys posted on that. Thank you, Enigma Tess. We want you as a Scream Queen the next Halloween. I tell you what, I will absolutely try to dress up as a Scream Queen next year. I promise. Okay, guys, my phone is sadly about to die. So thank you all so much for being here. I really appreciate it, and so does Raider.
Hi, I just came in here in the end for two things, everybody. Please go subscribe to my mom's channel if you haven't, and subscribe to my channel if you want to. And also, please, I'm letting you all in on something. I'm making a trailer for a new movie. Oh God, Cookie! Oh God, Cookie's so cute.
Okay, guys, so y'all are awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you all very much. I haven't watched the new Candyman as well, Zach, but we'll talk about it next time.
Yeah, Cookie.
You are all so. Oh, Zach, thank you again. You were so sweet for the super chat. Cookie is literally licking everybody. Thank you all so much. Yep. I love you, and I will see you next Wednesday. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Cookie.